The next thing we're going to talk about is a broken bracket. Now a broken bracket can cause a pokey wire, but a broken bracket can also just be annoying because it's flipping around on the wire. So if a bracket comes off and the wire is poking, you can use wax or you can cut the wire. If a bracket is off somewhere in the middle where there's still brackets on either side, then sometimes that bracket is spinning around. Rarely does this cause pain, but it can stick out so it's poking in the cheek. If a bracket just comes off and everything is comfortable, don't worry about it. We'll put it back on at the next scheduled appointment. If the bracket comes off and it is sticking out, so in a front tooth, for example. So we're going to zoom up here really close. So you can see here, there's a bracket on the front. It's sticking out sideways. Okay? If the bracket is out and it's sticking sideways, you just need to manipulate it to flip it back against the tooth. So one surface of the bracket is flat, that's glued against the tooth. The other surface has a colored elastic or a silver elastic on it holding it onto the wire. You can try to grab it with your fingers to flip it back around. That would make it flat. So here we're not glued on the tooth, but we made it flat again. Okay? So you can make it flat against the tooth, and that usually will take away any discomfort from it poking in the cheek. If you can't get it with your finger because it's on the side, you can always use something like the end of a pencil, so a pencil eraser, and try to get back there and push on it so it's not something that will be pokey, but it's something that can still catch the edge of the bracket and spin it around. I find fingers work best, but you can try whatever you might want to stick in there to get the bracket flat against the tooth again. If that doesn't work, there's no way to spin it and it's uncomfortable, then you can try to take the bracket off of the wire. That would involve getting in here where these lovely little elastics are and pulling the elastic off of the bracket so that you could then slide the bracket out. To do that, you usually have to use something like tweezers. They have to have a pretty fine point to get that elastic off. And the elastics are quite tight. If you want to try it and you feel comfortable doing that, go for it. But most people would struggle to get the elastic off so that they could pull the bracket off. So just let us know and we'll have you pop in and we can take it off if we need to.